Right, so I'll tell about diabetes. Everyone know what's diabetes, right? And how to define cure, or sometimes we use reversing diabetes, reversing diabetes, or technical term. Doctors like to make things complicated, so we use the word remission. If you know what's remission, if you know someone with cancer and you know that the doctors will say, oh, it's in remission, it's not cure. So complicated, then you have to redefine. So learning medicine is just learning definitions. Yeah, how to explain the words. Okay, so how to do it? I must show this here. It doesn't jalan. Maybe the battery is off. Of the line. Press harder. Jam. Never mind, I can just tell story. Adventist have a philosophy about health. I don't know whether you all can still see me or not. I like to move around, especially during afternoon. I worry, I'm attention seeker. When I was in the medical school, if the lecturer don't teach very interestingly, I always sit in front. But if the lecturer don't say things very interestingly, I'll go to sleep. Until one of the professor very frustrated, but don't know why they didn't tell us directly. She went back and told her colleague, who's from the same church with me, why your friend always sleep in my class? Oh, now you come to sit in front to show your interest in my talk. Yes. Yeah, I'm interested in people who are interested. I'll have more semangat. Okay, anyway, whole person health is in body, mind, spirit, and and one of the key thing whole person, of course, is every part. You don't just talk about food. It's not good enough to talk about food or exercise. But I think what is the basis is very important. Okay, wait, what happened? Oh, that's touch screen.
Yeah.
Serious. Oh, okay. Go stand a bit, please. I haven't finished yet. Yes. Right. So the basics, I don't know why I put so low. So sometimes hard for people here to see. Based on inspiration and science. Yeah, what's the basis? So when we want to talk about something, we should base on something. If you don't base on anything, then anything can go. So as much as I want to base on science, but now science is very confusing, right? If you read, whether you read Google or you read YouTube or you read, we don't say magazine and newspaper anymore because even though magazine and newspaper is available, but some days it will tell you egg is good, some days it will tell you egg is no good, some days it will tell you chocolate is good, some days it will tell you chocolate is no good, right? Very confusing. And they'll quote some study. Nowadays, the basis is they must have some studies, right? Must some research, where, and some names, some university, some universities and all research and see and did on how many people. Then so if it's based on science, then we will always be confused. So we cannot be just based on science. So it has to based on inspiration also. Right? So it based on guidance. So you will not hear me someday tell you egg good, someday tell you egg no good, based on science. No. I'll be consistent. Okay? Next year you get me to talk again, I'll be consistent. Yeah. I will always say the same. I don't think I've changed from I told West I became vegetarian on 1st of January 1983. So after that, even though I still eat egg, actually this lunch I ate egg also, but I will still say egg is not the best food okay. Yeah, but I think it can be best in certain situation. Okay, so you are in certain places where actually proteinaceous food is not easily available, but in Sri Hartamas, no problem I'm sure you can get walnut, you can get almond, very easy in tofu, very simple. So you sure get enough protein. Usually people who eat, you eat more than. Okay, so based on inspiration, next. And this is because we are designed. Remember, I tell you the story about God make woman. So woman is really special, really, really very important. Yeah. So how to tell? Yeah. My wife is still back in Penang, so I always will go back there. Yeah. So yeah. So we are designed. So if we are designed, there's always a best way of functioning, right? I think all of us have this. Last time we always use the example of watch, but now we use handphone easier. Everybody have handphone, right? If you use Apple, always, so when you get the Android, cannot use to it, right? Cannot use it. There's a certain way of function. It's by design. If you don't use it in that way, like you buy a car that use diesel, you go and pump petrol, you're in big trouble. You're in big trouble, no? So we are designed so there is a best way of doing things. There's a best way of doing things. And unfortunately, as we function, as we go along, sometimes can't help it. I also don't do many things right. There's sometimes you have problem, or not just sometimes. Most of the time we have problem. We know the right thing also, sometimes you don't feel like doing it. That is a major problem in this world. Now, knowledge is sometimes, a lot of time, not really a problem. Sometimes you need to differentiate what is good or not. But I'm trying to establish that we are designed, so there is the best way of doing things. Like how your phone or your car, the best way of doing things. Unfortunately, we haven't found a manual yet. Next. Oh, I can control myself. Okay. Don't like to be controlled. Okay. Don't like to be controlled. Okay. Now, yeah. What is D2M? Look like type 2 diabetes, right? Look like type 2 diabetes. My friend from Singapore, very good. Designed to move. Okay, if you realize that normal baby, I mean, if you have baby, a sing baby, they will move on. They will touch things on. They will explore things. It's designed that way. Don't keep saying no, 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 everything, no, no, no. By the time they are 5 years old, they become more stupid. Because you don't allow them this, you don't allow them, you don't allow this. Yes, they become restricted. They don't touch it, they don't touch it, don't know everything. They start telling you no also. No, I don't want. Yes. But when they were born, when they naturally they will want to explore. It's by design, right? So basically, I'm telling you, all of us are designed to move. If you don't have enough exercise, it's not okay. You must move. Okay, so I'm organizing okay, backward. I know it's touch screen, but I was thinking of the next. Oh, you do this way, it's go stand. You do this way, it's forward. Oh, okay. Very nice. Okay. The other side. Hey. Too fast. Oh, yeah. Too hard. Okay. Next one. Okay, diabetes. Let me come to diabetes. Too much joke, no good. Then it will take longer than 1 hour to tell. Okay, what is diabetes? All of us know. We are going to talk about type 2 diabetes today. I'm not going to talk about type 1 diabetes. They are diabetes plainly, actually, diabetes mellitus plainly is actually, you can find sugar in the urine. Okay, it's sweet urine. There's another diabetes called diabetes insipidus, where you pee a lot of water, but it's just water is another sort of problem. It's just peeing a lot, but peeing a lot of water, not sugar. Diabetes mellitus is peeing sugar. Okay, so type 1 and type 2, the difference is type 1 happen usually in younger people. It is due to insulin lack. Okay, I have to explain what is insulin. That's why down there, if I put there, I should explain insulin. Okay. Anyway, insulin is a It's a hormone that will help to open. You know, when we eat food, basically one of the major nutrient is sugar. Okay, sugar, we are designed to use sugar as our main fuel. Like our car, majority of car is petrol car, so the main fuel, pump petrol, it will go. Okay, so our body actually, the cleanest fuel is glucose. So we eat carbohydrate, get to our body. Usually we will eat more than what we need because you don't eat all the time, right? So you eat 3 meals or 2 meals, you eat already, you digest it, the sugar get digested, and then it will get into the blood. So there's a lot of sugar. When there's too high sugar, we don't need it. So you actually will have the insulin is a hormone to open the storeroom. Okay, you open the storeroom so that the sugar that you don't use gets stored. Take it away, get stored, so that in the bloodstream, not too much sugar flowing around. It's like you don't want too much of the petrol flowing around the pipe when you are not using it. It should be in the tank, not flowing around your engine and all this thing, right? Petrol is flammable, right? It can explode. So you do not want it to be there. So you store it into the petrol tank. So you need some key. Insulin is the key, produced by pancreas. Okay, pancreas is the organ, right? Produced by pancreas, insulin production. So in type 1, it is actually the production problem. The production, the production line got hacked and spoiled. Okay, that is mainly an autoimmune problem. It's like kena bomb, you know, virus go and bomb it or something else go and bomb it, and it's gone. So we are not talking about that one. That one is not very common in our. But when it happened, it's very drastic, very dramatic, very dramatic. The person will suddenly become very thin and PPP, and then if they don't start injecting insulin, they will go comatose, pingsan. They will become unconscious. You need to carry them to the hospital. You need to call an ambulance. Unlike type 2 diabetes, no, very slow, no, right? You have diabetes today, the doctor tell you the number is not correct. It's not the one that will hit the toto, right? You need a better number. So that kind of very slow one. Then you be convinced, and then your next of kin, like your brother, like your whoever, go and say, hey, no, okay, you better go and take medicine. This, that. But actually, you don't feel anything wrong, except the number was wrong only, right? That's type 2. Why type 2? Type 2 actually changes very gradually. It is not insulin lack. At least in the beginning, it's not insulin lack. The problem is actually insulin resistance. What's the meaning of insulin resistance? It is actually, remember I tell you the key, right? Insulin is the key. So the problem is not the key. The problem is the lock become fat. The lock is crooked already. So the key cannot go in. Want to open the store, cannot open. So the sugar in the bloodstream cannot go into the storage, right? So problem is still the same. In the bloodstream, there's still too much sugar. When the sugar is too much, it will spill over into the urine. It will spill over into it. So the urine is still sweet. Just like the type 1, urine is still sweet. Urine is still too much sugar because there's too much sugar in the bloodstream. But the problem is different. Type 1 is no key. Type 2 is got key. Sometimes key took more, but the lock has become distorted. So you cannot open. So that is insulin resistant. The lock, the door is distorted. So that's called insulin resistance. Okay. So for those of you who want to watch this UK diabetes 3-4 minutes video, you can go and watch. All right. So insulin resistance. So how do people get insulin resistant? This is all modern lifestyle, right? Abdominal obesity or animal fat. The more animal fat you have, the more likely you get problem. So the lack of exercise will cause you to have more abdominal fat. Okay, you eat too much. What are the too much? If you eat this kind of food, the first tray you cannot eat too much. Yeah, the first tray you went 3 times. You notice I didn't even go one time, right? Right. Okay. So like that. So of course, the more physical activity, you don't have to do exercise. If exercise is a bad word for you, you don't have to do exercise. You just have to go to help the construction worker to do their work. Or the farmer, or can help you, your restaurant need some physical help, please come and help. You can volunteer. Yeah. Clean the toilet and wash the plate, all these things, clean the floor. Yeah, it's very good. Right. Right. So I explained insulin already. Yeah, there was a mark here. Right. So how to reverse diabetes? How to cure diabetes? This is very just recently accepted by the medical community about 10 years or 8 years. Okay, around 8 years, 2016. Newcastle, University of Newcastle in UK, they published the study called Direct. Okay, so this is the correct blood sugar lah. You use the millimole or use the milligram percent, right? So it's the same lah. American tend to use 100, 140. Random means anytime, right? A lot of time we tell them to fix at 2 hours after food, but fasting means 8 to 12 hours no food or no drink that's containing calorie. 8 to 12 hours, more than 12 hours, like sometimes our Muslim friends do the bulan puasa, a bit throw off lah, not accurate lah. You want to standardize it lah, because if you fast long enough, the sugar should come down, right? Right. So HbA1c is okay. When you say diagnosing a person with diabetes, in the sugar, because the plasma glucose actually fluctuate, right? Even if you every morning you test, you fluctuate on some days you'll be really higher, some days you'll be low. So where you stand? Of course, you can test any time, which is not very easy because it costs you money and costs pain, right? Yeah. And sometimes you are not used to it. Before you release the needle, you pull your hand and you, so it stretch a bit. Then you squeeze. You squeeze more the skin juice than the blood. Then the sugar will be a bit lower. Okay? The sugar will be a bit lower. Again, I said these are all possibility of the variation for the result. You poke harder is more accurate. Because the standardization is actually poked in the vein. Right? Poking here is actually temporary, but poking here is venous line, directly to the vein. There is a difference. The blood here, the sugar and the sugar here is different. Okay, so there are some differences, right? So the standardization is better to do here. So of course, for convenience purposes, it's easier for home user, for non-medical people to use it. Even doctor also is easier to use it like this. We are not looking at can't take something like this, right? And also I can tell in the lab, right? So which B1C generally it's also a good kind of the recruitment, right? A1C, most people will use some will use less than 5.6 and normal, some will use less than 6.1, right? But nobody will say 6.2 is directly there. Generally, internationally, I use 6.5. Most places use 6.5, but there are some using 6.3. But all these things are actually technically it's not very important. You need to know why these are all definitions. It's like when do we call this place Sri Ahmad? When do we call it Mount Kera? It depends on the NPKM. DDKM. DDKM. He decided now this place is Mount Kera. This place is right? But then you need to ask why? Okay, the reason is the higher the sugar average in the body, the higher, the more likely your system will age faster. Okay, your body system, whether it is the kidney or the eye or the higher you are, so comparing. You compare 1% or 1%, compare 1,000% or 100%. 6.1 versus the 6.5 or 6.1. 5.6 is better than 6.5. Okay, so it's a continuous problem. The higher you are, the worse you are likely to be. But if you say compare just me and you, the comparison, they put a big crowd into here. So basically, there's a risk involved. Okay, so when we say revision, it is a person who is already established, the doctor will say you're diabetic, and then whether they put you on medicine or not, that you are by definition of blood sugar, you are diabetic. Again, this you see more than 6.5 or the blood sugar has been more than 6.9 frequently for a period of time, or more than 11 at any time. Okay, so already confirmed. Okay, your doctor will say you're diabetic. Then after you take care of your lifestyle, right? I'll tell you what is it right later. And consistently your HbA1c for UK, the standard is consistently less than 6.5 without medicine. Only 3 months or more. It's very easy, right? Then it's considered non-diabetes. That means you already return to diabetes. Right? But US one is a lot more stringent. Some will actually use 5.6. 1 year. No medicine. That means if you have on medicine, you have to start cutting down medicine first until you do not need medicine, and until you no medicine and still maintain less than this. Okay? Then only is considered reverse. Because if you're on medicine, it's not like that means you still need tongkat, not counted. If you are on tongkat and you meet the standard, that means you are very, very good control. Excellent control. But you are not reverse. Not okay, so that's clear. The definition here. Right. So what do how we do it? Normally, if you assume normally, if you go to doctor, if you have diabetes or if you anyone of your family member has diabetes, what you do, you tell you need to take care of diet, you need to do physical activity or exercise, and you start with some kind of treatment. Okay, tablet, usually it's tablet. For type 2 diabetes, usually it's tablet. Only the very serious one will go to injection insulin, but lately some high-end people sometimes the doctor will start some kind of different kind of injection. It's not usually. It's called GLP-1. It just suppress the appetite. It just suppress the appetite. Okay, so I think I will give this slide. Okay, so this is a conventional way. Right. The ones that we are suggesting, if you want to really reverse your diabetes, want to cure diabetes, when you are newly diagnosed with diabetes, it is, actually the standards is this way. The doctor is supposed to tell you if you start, say your HbA1c is 6.5, right? Your blood sugar is 7. Okay, it's possible. If you eat a bit more, you can make it go to 7, and not very difficult, right? From a 6.3 to 7, not very difficult. So they'll tell you to do the same thing, take care of diet, exercise. The only thing is you have to do it harder, right? When I say intensive, what happened is here is we want you to understand. If you understand properly, of course, 1 hour lecture, you will not capture everything. We used to do a 3 days program. 3 days program, 3 full days, 3 24 hours program. Then you aim at very tight glycemic control. So how to blood sugar control? How can you know? So a test, I don't know how often you will test. Yeah, you might test I think your doctor probably you test 4 times a week. He's very impressed already, right? But now not good enough. This thing 4 times a week or 8 times a week, not good enough. Here is called continuous glucose monitoring. Okay, CGM. CGM is, I want to point here by pointing there. Okay, so this thing you just attach here is continuous. Every 10 minutes, you give you a reading. When you eat, just now you eat, it will show you how fast your sugar is going up. Because every 10 minutes, there's a reading for 24 hours, for 2 weeks. If you pasang one, then this is in the arm here, right? This thing is in the arm here. So you'll be there for 2 weeks. My cousin, after he pasang it, he belanja me, he was very grateful because the first time he came to see me, I said, you no good. Sure got heart problem already. But he wasn't very young, 59. So indeed, he needed 4 stents. So he was very grateful. So after everything settled, he took me and my wife for a dinner. And then he has this thing pasang there. So he eat, wow, this food is very not so good because the sugar got arrow. No? Here, if you look very carefully, got arrow. It will show you this thing is very stable or going up or going flying like rocket. Very good. Okay, so if you want to reverse your diabetes or pre-diabetes, this is very useful. It monitor you like how your cash register every day. Are you making money or not in your business? Cash register, or at the end, today rookie already, only 10 customer come, so lose money. Okay, so what is the food like? No need to know the technical thing so well. You can just eat their food, but don't take so much of the rice. Yes, very simple. The rice, you all know what is suku separuh or the healthy plate, You know? You don't know? Okay, I didn't show it. Let me see whether I show it here. You see, 20 over years ago, we used to run it in Penang Hospital, diabetes reversal program. But that time, the endocrinologist scolded me. He didn't scold me. He mumbling there, saying, where got such thing one? I already told you, we got a special connection to heaven to us. How are we designed? And so we came out with this program 20 over years ago, which I stopped running. See, I was so young that time, I bring a patient to exercise. Part of the program is to bring them to exercise and eat with them. I don't know where I was taking photograph maybe. So we were eating with them, right? Participant. And I took them to exercise, right? 6:30, 6:30. I think it's 6:30. 6:30. After 6:30, wake up, had to do the blood test, and then go exercise. Okay, so there's 24 hours program. Let me see whether I show. There. So this is the healthy plate. Yeah, so it's the same. It's a suku separuh, no? Malaysia is called suku separuh. But when they put, sometimes when you put all these names, people get the wrong impression, right? Yeah, you need to find the strictest one. Because Malaysia suku separuh, healthy plate, not very healthy lah. Because they give you, to us, because actually in US, if you follow the Harvard University, it is whole grain. The carbo food is whole grain. You understand what's whole grain? Yes. That unpolished rice is not unpolished enough for me, okay? Okay? I tell you first, you want to reverse, that's not unpolished enough. Buy red rice, okay? Red rice, red one, really thick. Then if he eats so much as just now, I tell you he will suffer tonight. He cannot sleep. Yeah. Yes, you have to be much more kasam, much more rough, right? So I think very easy. Flour is technically not whole grain. Because you crush already, it's not whole grain. Technically not whole grain. You want to be very strict, but actually you use the bread, is still quite okay. It's much better to use sprouted bread compared to, you know what sprouted bread? Have you heard of sprouted bread? So in KL, mainly it's sold by Rainbow. They got the dough from Adventist Bakery from Penang, but they bake it here. I think we have not sent it here to sell yet, So yeah, so how do you make sprouted bread compared to the normal bread? You all know that actually wholemeal is nothing, wholemeal is, if you bake bread, okay, if you have a bread maker, now bread maker is not so expensive. You can buy bread maker. Then you know you can try to make bread If you do like this, I think it's impossible right? So you have a bread maker, then you know you can mix white flour, and wholemeal flour, right? So if you try to make bread before, you will know that if you put a lot more wholemeal flour, what will happen? Nobody make bread before. Okay, you have made bread. Okay, so you'll be a lot harder. I pandai cakap only I never make bread. I'm very good at speaking now. When I got married, that's the wonder part about ladies and women, I tell you. I only describe to my wife how to make peanut butter, but I've never in my life made peanut butter. Yeah, so she made peanut butter for me because I described to her how to make peanut butter. Okay, anyway, that's beside the story. We come back to bread. If you really want to eat whole grain, you must see the grain, right? So if you crush it into powder, but that life will become too uninteresting for West. Even me also right? So I think for most of you in a modern life, I think it'll be too boring So I like bread. I'm a person who like bread. But I will tell you, a wholemeal bread, even the whole wheat, even rye bread, very dry rye bread, RYE rye bread. When I was wearing this as an experiment, I was wearing it because last year near that World WC, actually I was going to give a talk. So I got a free one to pasang it just to play around it and to give real life experience to share. Sprouted bread only move my sugar by 2. Rye bread will move my sugar by 3. Rye bread kosong, I only toasted it. My sprouted bread, I put thick peanut butter and thick sandalwood jam. I still like eating nice food I know. I'll tell you, I like eating nice food Yes, you will find me eating nice food, but my boundary is vegetarian right? But I still eat nice food. Shouldn't tell you my secret, but if you want to know what I eat, I guess you can go to Facebook and search Sri Nyonya restaurant from section 20 lah. I eat some of the not so healthy lah. But I didn't bring my sugar. I don't know whether it goes up or not. I didn't know it goes up or not. You know, ice cream is still vegetarian, right? So I eat ice cream, but I don't know it goes up or not. But I tell you, sequencing of food still impact. I shouldn't, if I want to help you to reverse diabetes, I don't know how many of you have diabetes or pre-diabetes like you are. If you really want to reverse, you cannot play a fool like this. It's not so good. But I'm not diabetic. I reversed my pre-diabetes. 20 years ago, I had pre-diabetes. Yeah, because I wasn't really watching very closely. But after I know my sugar is a bit out, very easy. Since I know, I just screw tighten here a bit, screw tighten here a bit, just go away. And I told you, right? I say we must get used to a bit of hunger. Then the next meal you eat, it tastes very good, right? It tastes very good. And the time of eating is very important also, right? But anyway, something like that. Okay. Conventional one, they tell you to eat like that. Oh, quinoa is better, no, because it's whole grain. To make it very simple, if you say cannot find a very good porridge rice, because now I notice maybe some red rice also a bit polished. You buy barley, you cook barley and eat as rice. Barley. Yeah, it's white also. Some Chinese just cannot tahan colored rice, you know. Yeah, they cannot eat brown color rice, you see. Why? Yeah. So you can eat barley. Barley is white. Barley is white. Yes. Jagung is very good. Oat technically is not whole grain. Because our oat that we get, raw oat is already raw, it's already crushed. You know what's bringing our raw oat? It's crushed, it's actually crushed, it's flattened. The real whole grain, the real oat is like the rice. Grain is supposed to be one small one, like barley or rice. The stone one. Technically, if you want to be very strict, if your sugar is very, very bad, right? If your sugar is very bad, your sugar is not bad at all, okay? You don't even need to change your diet. You just need to eat less at dinner time. You need to exercise a lot more. Settle. You'll be done. You'll be reversed in 3 months. Simple. Okay? Very simple. Yours is very simple. Right. Yeah. So whole grain. You aim, if you can enjoy whole grain. Jagung is whole grain, right? Jagung is whole grain. Sweet corn is whole grain. So you can just eat that. Quantity become important. Remember the suku, but also quantity become very important. We need to eat. Remember, we are designed, so we need to eat whole grain. But as you age, if you have more fat, your insulin resistance is worse, which practically means that your physical activity is not enough. So you need to eat less carbohydrate. You can shift more to the vegetables, right? But you still need to eat, because the cleanest fuel for you is carbohydrate, is whole grain. Whole grain. I don't like to use the word carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is not food, no. Carbohydrate is a nutrition term. It's a nutrient. Carbo is a nutrient. No food come in pure carbo. No good real food. Sugar is pure carbo, but sugar is very unhealthy thing. It's not food. It's empty calorie, right? It's only give you calorie without nutrients. Normal food that's designed for human being consumption in the nature, they always come packaged. They will come with some sugar, some fiber, some other antioxidant, other phytochemical, many things. Like, you know, a lot of time you buy vitamin C, they brag about, you know, this one tablet got 20 or vitamin C or 20 oranges. So great, man. Yeah, the first question is asked, do I need vitamin C or 20 oranges? I would prefer to eat 4 oranges, nicer, taste better. Taste better, you know? For this, never mind. Can eat any fruit. Quantity become important. So actually quantity, remember food, the nature is also designed. If you eat naturally, there is a limitation in nature. Of course, human beings keep intervening with nature. You know, when we were young, durian only 2 seasons, mainly 1 season. The second season is very small only, and also not so nice. So you, by nature, you're limited, you can't eat so much, right? There's a limit in the nature. It's a design there, If I give you the whole watermelon, if I give you oranges, you want to eat, I give you oranges, okay, give you 20. But you cannot juice. So you have to peel or you have to cut, you eat. You won't eat 20. You eat until 4, you also tired, never mind. Because by design, you actually will be satisfied. You will be satisfied, you'll be happy enough to stop. You don't need to eat till 20. But when it become orange juice, when it comes all these things, you can't. Because the design has been changed. You can overeat. You can pour too much in. So all the things, if you go by this principle, very easy to control. You just eat as natural as possible. By design, you just can't eat too much. Unless your system a bit deranged, you already get used to the other way. So you need to try to adjust it slowly back to the natural way. Then it becomes easy. Once you experience a good way, you feel that it's not worth to eat like that because the life is less enjoyable. Life is less enjoyable because, like, I tell you why I don't want to eat dinner. Okay, just now I saying I saw, they keep saying very nice, very nice. I said, I also see it's nice. So I also want to try a little bit of the savors fruit because it's the first time I come here. So yeah. So naughty food, minimize as possible. So this lunch I was committing suicide actually. I was eating some of this kind of thing. Right? So the more you take protective food, the better you'll be. Okay? The more you do the right thing, it's natural. Okay, so no need to see all the theory. You understand the simplest way is if you have people eat with you, it becomes easy, right? Because eating food, it's not just about the taste of the food, no. Right? They have to arrange it very nicely so it makes it more appetizing. And then flavoring, then the ambience, then the people you eat with, all these things all enhance the taste and enjoyability of the food. It's an experience. Okay, so all these things become very impractical. But if you really want to know, actually the fiber have to be a lot more. In natural, if you eat very whole grain, you eat a lot of vegetable, your fiber intake in the meal in the day will be a lot more. So it's straightforward. And if you cook, you need to know cooking oil is not whole food, right? How do you know how cooking oil is made? The easiest cooking oil that is made is coconut oil, right? Because you go to buy santan coconut milk in the market, then you just go and let it stand. It will become oil. It become virgin coconut oil. You don't need to go and buy virgin coconut oil. It's more expensive. You just can make it yourself. You just buy the santan. It's virgin coconut oil. It's just the very raw virgin coconut oil. I don't know how you make it a little bit. Maybe you put in the fridge, it will separate. Then you get the pure oil, or I don't know. You have to sieve it. It will become virgin coconut oil without the good smell. Why you want to take away the smell? You eat with the santan, it's taste much better. It's more natural than the virgin coconut oil. Correct? Not? It's closer to the original one, right? Santan is closer to the original. Actually, it's healthier to just use grated coconut because that's even closer to natural, and you will have less oil because santan coconut milk actually is a lot more refined, right? A lot more squeeze change. So if you use grated coconut, it smells good, right? This is Indian food also. You use it to stir fry. Okay, so it's closer, right? So if you do like that, the point is in a land of plenty, unlike when we used to be, food used to be a lot harder to come by, you do not need to eat so much oily food. Oil is still the most fattening food. 1 gram of oil give you 9 calories, 1 gram of sugar give you 4 calories, 1 gram of protein give you 4 calories. So oil is more than double. So you can get fatter by eating oil faster. But why a lot of bad thing about carbohydrate about white rice and about all this carbohydrate is that because actually we are designed to eat carbohydrate. It's natural we want to eat carbohydrate, but when you eat refined carbohydrate, you actually will stimulate the pancreas to come out insulin, so you get more hunger and the desire to eat more. Okay, you eat biscuit, you eat sweet, all these things, you will keep getting the desire. So you get a vicious cycle, so you eat more and more. But if you eat protein, it does fill up your stomach and you stop. But the solution, the eating protein is not the best solution. Eating whole grain, eating whole food is the solution. Remember the design? We are designed to eat whole food. Protein is just, well, maybe the third best. Yeah, it's correct. You will become healthier, but it's not the healthiest. It's not the healthiest. Food that's as close to nature as possible. Like we can't eat paddy, right? So we have to dehusk it. So that's the closest one. So you polish further, it become white rice. If you crush it and make it into bihun, it become even more refined. You make it kway teow, it even slurp in faster. You make it into the rice powder and make it to nyonya kueh, it even tastes better. Oh, nyonya kueh. So it's all rice flour, right? But the one that is just dehusked, brown rice or red rice, is whole food. That's the whole grain, the closest. If you can eat it like that, don't worry, I will not limit you. Even you're diabetic, you can eat. Yeah, I will allow. It's only the teeth may be stuck in the sugar cane. A sugar cane is no more whole because you use a mechanical machine to help you. So no, you have to eat it like that. That's why remember the orange juice, or apple juice. I mean, apple you eat it apple like that, don't really have problem. Now when you make it into apple pie, is a big problem. Or apple juice is a big problem. It's a big problem. All right, it's no more whole. It's totally changed. I don't know if you have heard about the example of French fries, right? Or Pringles, potato chips, right? Potato is a very healthy food. It's okay. You can eat potato. Don't worry. You like potato? Cook it in the curry and eat lah. Right? Just cook it, eat it with skin. No problem. But if you make the mashed potato and add mayonnaise, it becomes not so healthy lah. Bake, boil, do all these things. Yeah. You can put a little trick lah. You already kind of boil and then cut it thinner and then you air fry it, a little bit like French fries, a bit like French fries. I'm sure they can do it. I'm very good at describing. I never cook. After I got married 30 over years ago, I never cooked. No need to cook. That's why I believe in getting married. Yes. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't have, no. When I was single in Tawau, anyone don't know where is Tawau? Oh, I didn't ask anybody know. I think some people don't know where is Tawau. I was in Tawau, single, must be lonely, right? There are very few katasan. There are very few katasan. All Indonesian and Filipinos. Not bad also. But I still prefer Malaysian. So I married a Malaysian. I still married I don't know why, I married East Malaysian, but I didn't marry a Sabahan, but I live in Sabah. I serve government in Sabah.
I didn't. Okay, so exercise are very simple. Just exercise. What is the best exercise? The exercise that you're willing to do. If you don't have any preference, just walk. It's good enough. Okay, is it the complete exercise? No, walking is not a complete exercise. But if you don't do anything, just walk is good enough. If you don't do, I will ask them to organize for you lah. Yeah. Yeah, actually in Penang, I joined an organization and be the volunteer doctor. It's called Walk with a Doctor. It's a international program. It's from Chicago. No, I think in Semenyih there's one group, right? It's called Walk with a Dog. So you can start in Seri Hartamas. They'll be happy to give you the so-called license. Yeah, on Sunday morning. Yeah, I walk with a group, but once a month only, because those who want to do it weekly with me have to go hiking with me lah. Then I have to certify your heart is okay. But in my group of 5 people, 2 already have stand. Yeah, 2 already have stand. Yeah, but never mind lah. I just say that I was thinking of bringing an AED with me, but never mind. Okay. So we all walk, well, climb slowly nowadays. So just exercise, just walking is good enough. But if you want to more complex one, I suppose some of you probably know the exercise methods and all these things. So having some weight strength training definitely helpful, definitely good. I suppose you can get some speaker who will talk about how to do exercise. I think it's useful. It's useful. As we age, also be careful of injury. If you do too hard, you can get injury. Yeah. So walking is the easiest, right? And walking it really helps. So even like post meal, like morning, you always see that your sugar, maybe 6.1, maybe 6.4. You want it to be lower, you eat the same amount of food. Very simple. After meal, don't sit down, just walk. Walk for 20 minutes, walk for 15 minutes, it will be lower the next day, even if you eat the same food. So post-meal physical activity is helpful. Don't just sit down there and look at your Facebook or look at the TV or look at the computer. Right after food, move. Yeah, it's very good. So I mentioned to my meal buddy just now, intermittent fasting is good. I think you all know what is intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting means time restricted eating. That means in certain period of the day, you don't eat, you don't take anything, including 3-in-1 drinks. Okay? Including 1 piece of biscuit, including fruits. Okay? Nothing. Yeah, water you can do. Even herbal tea you can. Herbal tea you can. Okay? But basically nothing with calorie. Right? So that's intermittent fasting. So 16-8, I think is good. You can do 12-12, it's okay also. But I think depends on younger people, probably 12-12 is still okay. Older people probably 14-10 or 16-8 is better. You find that your quality will become better. So a lot of people will ask, yes, your question. Correct. 8 hours you can eat within the 8 hours. So now the 8 hours, some people will ask me, can I eat at 12 o'clock and 8 p.m. because this is the lifestyle, right? It's the lifestyle. I do recognize that there are people who work late and sleep late, right? If you are adjusted to that kind of timing, I suppose is better than you eat all the time lah. But I'm one person that really believe in breakfast. Right, so I prefer to have breakfast and late lunch rather than lunch and dinner. Okay, correct. No dinner currently because of my work schedule. So generally, I will still eat dinner, but I really find that it's naturally I don't have. I feel better, enjoy life better, I sleep better if I eat very light dinner or no eating at all. So my very light dinner is what? Is 1 piece of fruit. Yeah, it's enough already. I must be getting old. Yeah, I can get by that. Actually, I can get by with not eating just now. Yeah, because I eat. You need to see me eating breakfast and lunch, then you realize that I can eat. Yes, I can eat more than what you ate just now for breakfast and lunch. My breakfast is at 6:30 because I go to work at 7:30. I leave home at 7:30. I eat at home. I don't go to workplace to eat. I start work. I go there and start work. Okay, so sleep is important. Why sleep is important? Sleep actually will control your appetite, will regulate your appetite. Sleep regulate a lot of our hormones. So it's complex. I won't talk much about it. Eating breakfast give you an probably an additional advantage of higher metabolic rate for about 5%. 5% for Olympic finalists is a big difference. Yeah. So if I calculate for you, maybe you can eat extra. No lah, not one plate of char kway teow lah. One plate of char kway teow will be 300-400 calories. So not one plate of char kway teow, but maybe 1 cup of coffee. Yeah, 1 cup of I think 2-in-1 coffee, not 3-in-1. 3-in-1 can be very high calorie. So 3-in-1 is a bad thing to drink. Yeah, you don't need to belanja me. I won't drink. Okay, so I think this one I covered. So yes. I suppose if you are, if a person don't eat much, if you can eat for best health, you should eat less times and cluster them in the same meal. The reason is the more time you eat, the more time you need to ignite your digestion, the more time your pancreas will come out insulin. Okay, so all this mechanism will need to be triggered and start functioning. And the more time insulin come out, hyperinsulinemia is not a good thing for the body. Okay, so the less time you eat is better. Yeah. Lunch, about 1 o'clock plus minus. Then dinner, like usually, like a wife, so my wife like me to eat her food. So I guess she like to see me eat, but she doesn't get up in the morning to see me eat. Yeah. So yeah, I wish to retire. Then she can see me eat. Yeah, I can get out and eat a bit later lah. My breakfast, I can eat a bit later. It's good lah. Yeah, because okay. So what are the medicine that can help to basically these are the medicine that control appetite or make you lose weight. Okay, all this medicine will make you like acapos is almost like fiber lah. You eat a lot of fiber, you feel like acapos because you get very bloated. You get very bloated lah because it really slow down your digestion of your carbohydrate. Metformin is a kind of similar, and nowadays there's this SGLT2 like Forxiga or Jardiance. It make you pee out sugar in the urine, and this thing naturally is found in the apple skin, so you might as well eat apple. There's more whole food, right? The people incretin mimetic. This is currently the kind of blockbuster for losing weight. Injection. I actually don't know why. No, it's very expensive. But Ozempic and Victoza are very expensive, and it ruins your enjoyment for food because it makes your appetite very lousy. It makes you feel very full. The side effect is this. Yeah, other side effect, I don't think. But people want to eat. You might as well just eat whole food. The food is designed such that after a while, if you really eat, you basically we eat to enjoy a nice life, okay? A fulfilling, like a satisfied life. Okay, so you see when we sit down and eat together, it's very enjoyable. And then when we finish the food, we feel satisfied, right? We feel satisfied. You don't want it to be too full because too full actually not comfortable, right? And then you go home also feel I am to sleep, right? So it's not comfortable. You just need to have some memory. Don't be so easily so forgetful that you don't adjust. You make a mistake already, the next meal still do the same mistake. No lah, don't do like that. Because you are making yourself suffer only. So you need to tune such that you enjoy your life. What's enjoy your life? Yeah, you eat, tune according to it, then you will not have the problem. Why you need to inject this and then feel so full that you can't eat to lose weight? Just to lose weight. You just eat the food that's designed to make you feel satisfied and enjoy and stop. You can't eat more because it's full. There's another thing you might want to register is that as we age, or generally when we eat, our message from the fullness of the stomach will not get to our brain so fast. It will take some time, more than 50 minutes. Generally, we tell people 20 minutes, right? So how do you do? What do you do if we go to have an international buffet to celebrate Women's Day tomorrow? Okay, how do we do it? How can you do it? Because when you see more variety, you will tend to eat more, right? Because you want to say, taste a little bit, taste that a bit. Oh yeah, this one so interesting, so nice. Take a little bit, take a little bit. So you keep taking, right? You go many rounds, right? Like the heavyweight championship, you do 15 rounds. You do 15 rounds. So the trick, the strategies you need to do is you take all the food you want to eat first and put on the table, then only you eat. You don't go down many times. You can go down many times before you eat. Just see all the food you want. Take everything, put in front of you, and then start eating. Then you know how much you eat. This is a strategy you can do. If you feel that you do not know how to control, right? You do this, you'll be okay. Don't think that, wasted I pay 100 ringgit. No, you waste more money if you have to go to see doctor. Right? I mean, this doctor not worried you don't come to me, you know? Yeah, you waste more money, you know? If you need treatment for Ozempic, how much? Yeah, I think it's about 600 or 1,000 a month. Yeah. Yes, it's this price. Okay, so if you want to watch in the YouTube, this program are there, okay? Mastering Diabetes. I think Diabetes Undone is there also. But CHIP, I think eventually they all can run. Okay, so I think Saver will run CHIP program. CHIP is called Complete Health Improvement Program. In Malaysia, in KL, there is a Clinic Zero that run something Verta-like program. It is a keto program. The trick of reversing diabetes for type 2, in general, type 2 are very much overweight people, is actually in losing enough weight, right? So if you lose enough weight in a different way, a certain percentage of diabetic will reverse the diabetes. So in the Newcastle, the one that is very scientifically proven, the first time is so accepted worldwide, published in the Lancet Medical Journal. They use the meal replacement. You know what's meal replacement? Like Herbalife, like what all this multi-level marketing. They all have this package powder, you know, supposed to be complete nutrition of what you need, and mix that into like making you go back to your babyhood, right? Just only drink this. You know it's not sustainable. After you eating for 3 months, you know you need to chew something, right? So that's when you have trouble. It is not you have poor willpower, okay? You please know, for those who try to lose weight, it is not you don't have willpower. It is you are not following the design. You know why we have teeth? It's to chew. So why you blame yourself for eating this powder and cannot sustain it? Because this is not designed for us. At least you take broccoli broccoli can chew, right? Broccoli can chew. If you don't want to chew the bone, chew broccoli, right? We are designed because we have teeth to eat, to chew. So if you don't chew, you always take powder food, something is missing in your life, right? So That's why they only have about 60% success. Okay, in the direct, which is already very good. They already consider it blockbuster medical research that is published everywhere. It's called direct lah. If you want to go and read it, you can go to YouTube and watch it. Now everywhere now doctors will accept that yes, diabetes can be reversed. Don't talk about pre-diabetes. Pre-diabetes sure can reverse because diabetes can be reversed now. It's accepted. So what is the best program? In my view, is actually the first 3 program. Yeah, you can watch the theory. I think it's free. You can just go and watch Cyrus Kambatan Mastering Diabetes or Diabetes Undone. I'm not sure, but a cheap program is something that Saver can facilitate here, right? There is a program in KL called Clinic Zero that run the keto diet. That is the third best. I would say it's the third best. If it help you to lose enough weight, I know they advertise a lot. They advertise a lot, and they have helped the most people in Malaysia. Yes, I probably think it's very true because they put it in the Malaysia Book of Record. But they are not using the best way. But you know, Malaysia now are more than 50% overweight, man. So they are helping the overweight people to lose drastically a lot of weight. Then you can reverse the diabetes. But it's not the best way of losing diabetes. So can every diabetes reverse? You know it's no lah, right? Because it depends on your stage. It's like I think you probably know there are some cancer survivors or people who are cured of cancer, right? Correct? Now there are enough cancer patients around that many are cured. So cancer is no more an incurable disease. Same way diabetes also. But I think the question is when, for us who believe in heaven, at least if you are so severe, you don't have to be discouraged because God will give you a new pancreas when you get to heaven. Yeah, it's a question of when, not a question of whether you will be or not. You will, I believe you will, right? So how can you ensure success? How can it make you definitely more likely to succeed? Actually, you need to have a diabetic team to encourage your journey. The reason why many people become diabetic is because of long-term lifestyle habits, right? You are not living in the design, in the way you're supposed to. And so if you try to get back, so sometimes it's not easy to get back to that way because when we were growing up, as a kid, it's quite natural. Until about 20, 25, that's probably our peak best physical life. Okay, after which it's actually downhill already. Beyond 25 is for most people is downhill already. Definitely after 30 is downhill. Okay, so sometimes it's not easy to become so. Like I do believe I need to have bigger muscle, but when I try to train to have bigger muscle, I will have pain. So I'm not able to make my muscle bigger anymore. Too old already. But you still can. See like his, very good. Yes. Because you're just got the gym trainer, right? Penang one, I know. Not here. Here, I don't know. Okay, so I think the group, staying motivated, you need to learn the skill, need to have support group, then supportive family members, supportive friends actually make it a lot easier, right? I think the biggest roadblock is your reason to live. What are you living? What are you living for? Who do you live for? If your reason to live is bigger than your diabetes or your pre-diabetes, you will succeed. There's no problem, right? Because we live to enjoy life, and I always tell my patient or tell my friend, food is not the only thing I enjoy in my life. And I don't think we are designed to enjoy only food. You enjoy many other things. Friendship, fellowship, singing, touring, so many things to enjoy. Don't just only enjoy with your mouth like the baby, with the suitor in the mouth. The only thing you enjoy is we enjoy more things in life, including some people enjoy learning, reading books. So many things. Life is more than eating. So if you can look at this way, then you wouldn't have problem.